Here are my thoughts on the Elimination Chamber PLE. Right off the bat, we started with the women's chamber match, and honestly, I thought this match was really fun. I thought all the women looked great, and they all got their spots and they had like their moments. Love the fact that Kiana James got a big pin over Alexa Bliss. Now, I like Alexa Bliss, and especially if you're a fan of Alexa Bliss, I'm sorry that she got eliminated. But I do think the fact that Kiana got a big pin over her was really dope to see. Raquel Rodriguez, like always in these Elimination Chamber matches, looked really strong. The spot that she had where she put Kiana through the pod was awesome. And even the double pin of Kiana and Asuka was crazy. Then it came down to the final two, Tiffany Stratton and Rhea Ripley. I think a lot of people thought those would be the final two. So this probably didn't come as a surprise to anybody. But I think both of these women had a really good back and forth. Tiffany even ended up getting busted open, I think, by one of the kicks from Rhea Ripley. But Rhea Ripley gets the win, and she will now be facing Jade Cargill at WrestleMania for the Women's Championship. I think you can make arguments on why people didn't want either of these women to win, but I'll be honest with you, in my opinion, I think Rhea was probably the best option to win this, just because if we're talking star power, Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill, it literally writes itself. You know, people didn't really want to see Tiffy versus Jade because we've seen it already. I know some people wanted Raquel to win, which I wouldn't have been mad at, but I do believe she's going to be involved in the Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquera, you know, storyline. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's involved in that match, which, hey, if we make it a triple threat, I'm not mad. Then we got Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I thought this match was actually really good. I was in the camp that this match would go either way, but I personally thought Becky would retain just because the last two times that these women have faced off, while it wasn't one-on-one, Becky tapped to AJ twice. Both of those times she tapped. So I really thought Becky would win. But again, we are in Chicago. I understand it. AJ Lee gets the win. She is the new champion. And of course, I'm expecting these women to at least face off again at WrestleMania. So we'll see how it goes. But congratulations to AJ Lee. Then we got CM Punk versus Finn Balor. There's not much to say about this match. Like it was a pretty solid match, but I think we all knew Punk was going to retain. I like the Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls entrance in the beginning. I thought that was pretty dope. But again, these two men put on a pretty solid match, but we all know Punk versus Roman at WrestleMania. Hopefully this means that Finn Balor will soon become a babyface and feud with Dominic in the Judgment Day. I still want to see a good, solid push for Finn, so here's hoping. Then we got the reveal of the mystery crate. In my reaction, I had some words to say, but at the same time, I felt kind of speechless, which probably don't make any sense, but maybe you guys understand. I don't know. Danhausen is now in WWE. If you guys don't know who Danhausen is, pretty much he's a comedy wrestler. Kind of think of, not saying he is R-Truth, but in that sense of he's there for a comedic relief. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know how to feel about it, but at the end of the day, I'm just happy it wasn't an ad. So then last but not least, the men's Elimination Chamber match. I thought this match was solid too. I don't know if I like this match more than the women's match. I'm not really sure about that just yet, but I thought it was a fun match as well. We got Javon and Trick Williams, you know what I'm saying? Essentially the rookies in this Elimination Chamber. I kind of thought they would do a little more. Not that they had a bad performance, but I thought they would be doing a little more, but maybe that's just me with my expectations. I'm not really too sure about that. Logan Paul had a really solid performance. I mean, he got 3 eliminations, but what happens next kind of makes sense that they were trying to build Logan up because he's fighting someone pretty big at WrestleMania. Like we all expected, we saw an appearance from the Mystery Masked Man. The first time we saw it on SmackDown, decoy. The second one that popped up in this chamber, another decoy, until the real Mystery Masked Man showed up, curb stomped Logan, and caused him the Elimination Chamber match, only to be revealed as Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins is back, and it looks like he's going to be feuding with Logan at WrestleMania. Of course, this was supposed to be Braun Breaker, then it was supposed to be Bronson Reed, and now we got Logan Paul. But I'm excited that we could finally put a pin on this story, and the fact that Seth Rollins is back, I mean, who could complain about that? Then the final two, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. But of course, Drew McIntyre has to get involved. He attacks Cody until Randy stops Drew, gives him an RKO. Cody then gives him a crossroads. And what do you know? Randy doesn't hesitate this time, RKO's Cody, and Randy Orton is going to WrestleMania. I love this. I love the fact that, at least in this match, WWE did not go the safe route, which was Cody Rhodes. I think we all expected, whether we liked it or not, that Cody was going to win this chamber because he's going to be involved in the championship match at WrestleMania in one way or another. But now with Randy winning the chamber match, he is now added into the story. And of course, we still have Jacob Fatu looming around because Drew cost him the chamber qualifiers. So he's going to be involved. And then in the post show, it was announced that Drew is apparently defending his title this Friday against Cody. I'm assuming Jacob is going to inadvertently cost Cody the match there, and we might be looking at a fatal four-way. We'll have to wait and see, but overall, I really did enjoy this main event. I think this is how you close out a show. And again, I'm glad that they didn't go with the safe pick and at least threw some little spice into the main event.